Before he became a demigod of legend, Heracles, known later as Hercules, was a man consumed by guilt. Driven mad by Hera, he committed an unthinkable crime, the murder of his wife and children. To atone, he was bound to serve King Eurystheus and complete 12 impossible labors, tasks that would push his strength, will, and identity to their limits. Each labor wasn't just a test of brawn, it was a spiritual gauntlet, a journey through darkness, chaos, and death itself. Slay the Nemean lion, a beast with impenetrable skin symbolizing invincible obstacles. Heracles learned to think beyond brute strength, eventually using the lion's own claws to skin it. Kill the Lernaean Hydra, a serpent that grew 2 heads for everyone cut. This labor showed that some problems multiply when met with force, requiring strategy and help. His nephew Iolaus aided in cauterizing the necks. Capture the Cyrenian hind, a sacred swift creature of Artemis. This was a lesson in restraint and reverence, as he had to capture it without harm, respecting divine law. Capture the Erymanthian boar, a wild, uncontrollable beast. This trial reflected Heracles' need to tame savagery without destroying it, showcasing control under chaos. Clean the Augean stables. Filthy for decades, the task seemed menial but impossible. Heracles used cleverness, diverting rivers to prove that ingenuity often trumps brute force. Slay the Stymphalian birds, man-eating birds with metal feathers. With divine tools, he learned to face enemies that couldn't be fought head-on, representing hidden threats and psychological battles. Capture the Cretan bull, a raging creature tied to Minos and Poseidon. This labor symbolized mastery over untamed divine power, wrestling with forces beyond mortal comprehension. Steal the mares of Diomedes. These horses fed on human flesh. Heracles turned their violence against their master, showing that corruption often devours its own source. Obtain the girdle of Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons. She offered it willingly until Hera sowed chaos. This trial explored diplomacy, betrayal, and the cost of trust. Steal the cattle of Geryon. From a 3-bodied giant at the edge of the world, this labor was a journey into alien terrain, battling monstrosity to reclaim divine order, retrieve the golden apples of the Hesperides. Guarded by a dragon and tied to fate, Heracles even enlisted Atlas himself. It tested his patience, cunning, and humility, trusting others to carry his burden. Capture Cerberus, the 3-headed hound of the underworld. Heracles descended into death itself, armed only with resolve, proof he could face the abyss and return changed. These weren't just feats of might, they were a roadmap through madness, redemption, and transformation. Heracles didn't just conquer monsters, he conquered himself. Like and subscribe for more mythological epics, heroic trials, and timeless journeys.